Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 16th of November. Okay, before I start looking at the markets themselves, let's have a quick look at the possible news that will impact what we're doing today. So let's just update where we were sitting yesterday. Just got some more data just to update there. Let's just get the right button pressed. This week would be good. There we go, just so we can see the end of the results from yesterday then. So Wednesday we saw inflation for the UK obviously in the morning coming out there lower than expected, meeting the sort of targets the government set. We saw also the US PPI. It's a bit more mixed, I guess. That was a zero. It's below the 0.3 that was forecast, and the previous figure had been adjusted downwards. Core retail sales in the US was slightly better, so hence the mixed element there. I'd seen, I think that's the core retail sales. Oh, there they are. Yeah, it's all right. You've got to find everything. It was slightly better there on the overall retail sales as well. It's alright, they put them in alphabetical order and it's finding the separate elements. Anyway, moving on. So this morning we've already seen better than expected employment data in Australia. So the numbers there slightly better, putting on potential risk of maybe another or longer hold on the interest rates. Aside of that, today is quite a light day. We've got the usual unemployment, the weekly unemployment claims data coming out at 1:30. Generally, that doesn't move too much. The market's too much unless it's the one before non-farms when people get a bit more fickle. Aside of that, then industrial production is the next really key one after that at 2:15. Again, not a major mover, so a quite old day. In fact, a quiet end to the week there. So we're left to the technicals now. Looking at the technicals and how I do these videos going forward, I'm not going to run through every single market normally, unless there's requests in the morning. I take requests and look at things, but I'm going to just try and keep it down to those that are showing the best opportunities. Now it's a bit of a weird one today because they're all looking very similar when you come down the lower time frames. Now we've seen this effectively a bearish harami into yesterday and didn't manage to break the top there, so it's a bit of a bearish harami. I put on this regression channel. Well, if price was continuing to run where it was before the news, often it comes back to the regression trend, so there is the potential for this to roll back in. Looking down the short time frames, I've managed to put volume on here and I really don't want it. Let me get rid of volume. Sorry, I did a video on, I'll share something with you on the end of this as well. We'll just have a quick look at Bitcoin at the end. What we're seeing here on the 4 hours then is really, it's a bull flag at the moment. So bull flaggy sort of pattern. However, you're coming down the time frames, it's a little bit of a mixed picture. It's a long old pattern coming through here. Going back to the 4 hourly, perhaps it doesn't look quite so bad actually. It's a better shape. Hi Paul. It's a better shape here. I was looking at this a bit earlier and it looked a lot softer. It's weird how a couple 15-20 minutes makes a significant difference, but I was looking at that stage, I was looking for really a continuation to the downside. At the moment this might get up there and at some stage break the upper part of the trend line, we'll see, but I'm still erring, which suggests I'm sitting on the fence a little bit with it, which is not good because it's not a place to be trading it from. Whereas the pound is a bit simpler. It's done its bearish harami, the same pattern. This was looking, now I say it was looking, and it could be a wait. Yes, it's still, well, the old flag's a bit droopy. We've got the lower highs, lower lows. It's a cleaner move here. It's just pitching into its S1, maybe into the new hour if we can break the lows here. We haven't hit the daily pivot on this. We could be on for the S2, so it could be a continuation, but I won't be charging into anything in the first 15-20 minutes. Just let it sort itself out, because we get some real brilliant fake outs over the last couple of, well, sort of looks back, it's over the last couple of years we've been seeing more and more fake outs around about 8 o'clock. I don't know why I brought the US dollar yen up, really. Just well, it's just to show it's back. It's going back where it was. There we go. Not looking to trade it now. Like the Australian dollar got similar moves, although the data was quite good for Australia. The double top that's sort of sitting in here seems to be working, although once again we just sort of getting a near-term move that, well, I would still prefer it on its short side. Now this is already had a move down this morning. It was holding better and looking better yesterday, but I'm still wondering whether this is going to roll to the downside. It certainly isn't long for me. I'd rather be trading the euro on the longer side. New Zealand dollar, there's no point going through all the same, because it is the same pattern and looking exactly the same in terms of its potential for me of rolling over. You've seen these sort of quite soft looking, quite a retracement, but obviously this bar's not finished today at the moment. If it was to finish like it is at the moment, we could see further downside. As it stands, I'll just leave the New Zealand dollar alone. The Swissy, this has been strengthening more solidly. It held into it yesterday. We didn't see any, we should have seen a bullish harami if it was in line with everything else, but it's catching a little bit of upside here, but it's consolidating on the 4 hourlies, and well, there's the potential break of the pivot. Could see it running back down, but it has gone very choppy here, and this is the risk. Now, looking across my usual suspects, there's nothing that I really want to be heading for, like the Euro CAD, etc. Normally, perhaps actually this is now coming to something. It's moving. The trend is still solidly up. We did have that bearish bar yesterday, but the general high lows, higher highs is still working here. The CAD is still very soft. This could well break the highs and continue through here, and this, in fact, having looked at it again now post 8 o'clock, 8:30 maybe, that we'll see a continuation. Nice bullish engulfing bar here, could take us up to the L1 and previous highs, so that's probably the best of the rest actually at the moment. Right, leaving it there. As I said, if you've got other markets you want me to look at, just type them in on the YouTube if you're watching now, or follow me on Discord, etc., or Telegram, and pop it in there during the daytime and I'll have a look at it for you. S&P's chopping along here at the moment on the lower time frames. Just show you what's going on. It's stalled where it is. It's into its monthly R2 pivot here, right the way up here, and it's just stalled. Yesterday didn't really do too much. I'm not in a place to want to be shorting these markets at the moment, but I'm wondering how much more they've got in them. Perhaps they have got more and I'll be wrong, but I won't be in them, so it won't make any difference. The DAX looks more bullish. It's on the shorter time frames in particular, but even here it seems like it wants to push up some more. Already this week it's beyond its normal sort of range here. We rarely see it running out through the R3s, etc., but it was such a pinch week last week, didn't really move too much, and we're seeing much of the same. We are seeing it pushing up at the moment. Hasn't hit the daily pivot, so the potential of hitting the R1, R2 is all that much greater. The FTSE's slower. It's not really playing ball here. So the FTSE stalled a little bit yesterday, much more of a chop, a lot uglier. Looking at marvellous, I love this when this happens. Yesterday came back to its channel as expected. This is the sort of movement I suspect when I pop on these regression channels. They work so frequently, and well, this has rolled over quite nicely here. There is the potential for it to carry on rolling by the looks of things. It's looking like you could read that almost as a trend line on the bottom there. A break of that level would see us down towards the daily S1 and maybe even further, but it does look soft at the moment. Okay, did I look at gold and oil? Quick look at gold off the top frame here. It's gold, I'm still looking for this for further upside. It's thereabouts. It broke its previous high there. It's certainly looking better now for a bit of a continuation, although it's gone a bit ugly on the short term. Okay, oil we've seen coming back off. My preference is the downside. It's actually it's following that route, and well, there we go. Further downside today. Now if it breaks its S1 here again later, S2, good opportunity back down to its quarterly S1 as well. So got some decent potential movements there. There you go, that's that quarterly S1 that's sitting down below there. Right, okay, that's pretty much it for me this morning. So if you've got questions or whatever else, do fire them across on over. If you're live on YouTube, pop them on the bottom here. Otherwise, use either my Telegram or Discord channels during the day and I'll reply. Okay, take care, have a good day, bye for now.